In your design, sometimes it may happen to you that you sketch few entities, but if you don't want that is full entities, you just want some part of that entities. So to remove that entities, to remove that partial part of the entities, you can use one tool that is called trim entities. This is very powerful tool. I will show you one by one. There are lots of ways you can trim the entities. So before I do that, just I will show you one example. Suppose this is full one circle. Suppose I don't want this side of the circle. I just want this half side of the circle. I don't want this side. How do I do this? Maybe I can do one thing. I can convert this thing to construction geometry. Then I can make one arc and make relation between these two is co-radial. Then it's done. It's okay. There is no problem with this thing. But if I use the trim tool, you can get the trim tool under sketch tab. Here you can get the trim tool. When I activate this thing, there are you can see there are 5 options here. I will use this first option that is called power trim. So when I select this thing, if I go from right to left or left to right from any direction, it will be removed. If I go from here to here, you can see it will be removed. That means during this power trim, when I draw a line, anything fall under this line will be removed. So that's why it's called power trim, and it's very flexible. You can do anything with this thing. I just undo everything, and during this power trim, if I select this entity and then this entity, it says trim, but it can also extend this thing. Sometimes it's happened to you. For the second option, this is called corner. When I check the corner, if I want to meet these two entity, then first I have to select this two entity, and you can see the preview. That means still it says it's trim, but it's extended. This to make the corner, sometimes it will extend or it will trim. Suppose for these two entity, if I select first one and second one, now it's trimmed because it's removed the extended part. For the power trim, if you want, you can see I showed to you, by this way you can remove anything. The third one is trim away inside. For this thing, trim away inside, first I have to select two entities which will work as a boundary. Suppose I select this entity and this entity. When I select these two entity, after that, if I select anything, suppose I select by this way, or if I select this entity, this entity, this entity, see, anything fall between these two entity will be removed. That means it works like a boundary. I undo everything using this undo box. There is another type that is called trim away outside. This is works with the same as trim away inside, just in the opposite side. So first I have to select two boundary here, and then if I select this entity, see, anything outside between these two entities will be removed. This is very advanced trims. There is another type that is called trim to closest. That means if I select any entity, suppose if I select this entity or this entity, see, it will trim with the closest point or next closest entities. By this 5 way, you can trim anything, at its lots of flexibility in the trim tool.